Hey everyone, so today we're going to be doing a little maintenance on a 2021 Hyundai Palisade. I'll show you where to find all your maintenance stuff in your manual if you have it, and then we're going to go over a few things to do to save yourself some money. A lot of dealerships or regular maintenance places will, quote you $100 for an oil change and then another $50 to $100 to change a couple of filters, when you can in reality do it all for about 75 bucks. I think I spent 60 for the oil today and another 15 for the air filter and cabin air filter, which are super easy to change on this particular vehicle. Probably the easiest I've ever changed. But needless to say, you can get those filters for super cheap, and it takes 15 minutes to change both of them. Anyway, so let's get started with it. All right, so if you're curious when you need to do maintenance on your vehicle, check out your manual. It will tell you. This is chapter 7 in the Hyundai Palisade manual. It's going to tell you here all the different types of maintenance, when to do them, generally how to do them. So it shows you a guide of kind of where everything is in your engine compartment. We're specifically going to be looking at the number 5 and 6 here, oil dipstick and oil filter cap. Showing 5 and 6 right here in the front. I'll show you that under the engine compartment here in a minute. But yeah, these books will tell you service manuals, a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I've got a funny story that I'll tell you at the end of this video that has specifically to do with service intervals and why I will never bring this thing to a dealership again. The main reason I was doing that is because we bought this car new and they offered us 3 years of maintenance. And that basically means 3 oil changes. So I think they rotate and balance the tires. They're supposed to, at least. I actually just got new tires on this thing because we've gone over like 36,000 or so miles. But anyway, so service manual. Check it out. It tells you how to do stuff. Oil and filter. Engine oil filter should be changed, in the maintenance schedule, where it's at. Either way, I'm going to walk you through it. Windshield wipers, that's another one they'll try and get you on. When I was buying new tires, they were like, hey, there is a crack or a tear or something in your windshield wipers. They wanted to charge me to do that. I said, no thanks, I'll take it home. I got home, there's nothing wrong with my windshield wipers. Can you tell I don't care for maintenance places that try to rip you off for no reason? Anyways, I won't specify where I went. I won't throw people under the bus. Just know that you can do this stuff yourself relatively easy. Back under the engine compartment. Remember how I said number 5 and 6 were down here in the front? Well, here they are. Engine fill cap. We're going to open that up to make it make air flow through a little better while we're draining the motor oil here in a minute. Engine oil dipstick. We'll pop that. We'll have to check that later. Won't have to worry about it now. Usually tells you the oil type on the cap. Or at least a lot of the new ones do. If not, quick Google search will tell you the same thing. Underneath the car, something funny. I haven't seen this before. Mechanics will curse engineers for this. I, being an engineer myself, have cursed other engineers for this. But when we get under here to try and drain the oil, there's this neat little cover right here. I'm going to have to take that off. The engine oil drain plug is back here. Let's see, let me get a better view here. Anyway, so here's your oil pan. Your drain plug is way back here in the back. And then I was looking for the oil filter a minute ago and noticed that it is tucked up inside over there. Or at least I think I'm showing it to you. I just know it's tucked up inside, but we'll get a better look at it here in a minute after I take this cover off. So there's about 8 screws under there. So let's get that going. This screw is a little different. It's got the same washer setup, but it doesn't have a lock washer in the top, so I don't know if that was a mistake or on purpose. Let's see, it's also a little bit longer, so probably on purpose. This one goes deep inside here. This one here on the edge is the same. It's a different type. I'll probably figure out why here in a minute when I finish taking all this off. Oh, my least favorite part. These little body connectors here are some of the most annoying things on the planet. They usually break when you try to take them out. Basically, you have to get underneath the head of it. You know what, I'll get it out and then I'll show you how it works. Yes, Carly. Alright, so these, when you push them in, it causes these to spread out and grabs onto the rest of the plastic here. But once you pop that loose, it can come out pretty easily. Just be careful because they like to break. Alright, now that the cover is off, Alright, earlier I was trying to show where the oil filter was and I was pointing in the totally wrong spot. So here's your oil pan and there is the filter housing. So it's a paper type filter that's internal, so we take this cap off and replace that filter. This particular drain plug is a 17 millimeter, which seemed kind of big to me for this type of car, but so be it.
Dad, make a really big square of the oil. See, maybe there's a controller in there in our car. And she's working on it. And she's out her bird. And she's out the doctor and she's and only cars are leaving. Let's come back inside with me. I do. Or maybe just in one of her friend's cars. Can you look at me? Why is I so big? Why do I look like a baby? Because you are, maybe. No, I'm not. Yeah.
Alright, I don't have a giant socket to fit on that, but a good pair of pliers works. Usually works. These are not supposed to be this tight. Now, I fully expect this to start dripping a little in a second. So, I'm gonna bring my drain pan back up here. Okay, try to catch all of that. These just pull out relatively easily. Alright, and this will come out. And we're gonna go talk about it. Alright, so here's what that cap looks like, all taken off, taken apart. Usually, yep, there's an O-ring right here in the middle. Your new O-ring will come with all the parts you need. New filter.
Then how many minutes are you doing answers?
This.
Okay, then.
Yeah, please leave that.
What did you say? Dad, did you say sauce?
Yes, I said shush. I'm trying to do this. Alright,
Daddy,
fit that new O-ring
can I just tell you something?
down in the groove.
Or can I just tell you one bad word?
Kids always want to tell you stuff. Alright, so we have the oil filter housing. I went ahead and pulled off the old filter, put the new filter on. There is a little crush washer that comes with the new filters that you can put on your drain plug. Some people use them, some people don't. I'm going to put it on the drain plug here in a sec. I didn't realize it was going to come with that before I put the plug back on. New filters, you just line them in, snap it back on there. Either way, I'm going to put all this stuff back together down below, and then I'll see you up top to fill the thing here in a minute. Alright, now we're back up top. I got myself a little helper over here. But yeah, all we're going to do, I've pulled this out. I've set me a nice funnel in here. We just got to fill her up with 6.9 quarts of oil, which is wild for this little V6. But that's how much it calls for, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this in real time so you can see just how quick and easy it is. Air filter, right here. No tools required. So we're in the engine compartment of this Palisade. Like I said, no tools. Literally pull the flap open, pull out your old filter, slide your new filter in, pop it back on. That's it. That's all you have to do for these air filters. Now I'm going to walk around to the side of the car and show you the cabin air filter that they want to charge you a ridiculous price to change. Check it out. Glove compartment. Make sure everything is out of it. There's a little tab over here. Squeeze this together a little bit. Tab pops off. Inside. See a little knob right there? Reach in. unscrew that knob. Go to the other side, unscrew that knob. Glove compartment drops down a little bit. There is your cabin air filter. Got a little pinch guy right here. It pops off, you pull it out, you put the new one back in, slap this cover back on, reverse the two little knobs that we took off, and that's it. 2 minutes. 2 minutes tops to change these items, and they want to charge you $100, $150 to do it. I don't know, that just seems a little crazy to me. Alright, so remember earlier when I said that the dealership kind of annoyed me? This is why. So, under typical driving conditions, you know, regular old driving conditions, the service interval is like 7,500 miles, so 7,500 miles. Or it gives you a time range of like 12 months. So every year or every 7,500 miles, depending on how you drive. What the last dealership did to me was, see this number here where it says every 3,750 miles under these driving conditions, which are severe usage cases, which are defined over here as this crazy list of stuff that we don't do. Yeah, so they changed my service interval to really short. And the only reason I noticed is because I keep track of that kind of stuff. So I knew that our mileage had not been about 7,500 miles when the service indicator came on. So that can be set by anyone. So you go over here. So I'm not saying that the dealership did it on purpose, even though that's kind of what it feels like. You go in here under setup, you go to vehicle, you go to cluster for some reason, click on service interval, and then I'm gonna click reset because I'm not sure what that's gonna do, but eventually what I'm gonna do is set this distance to 7,500 miles and this duration to 12 months. But I wonder if reset will just do that for me. So let's see. Yes. Factory defaults. So that's ridiculous. Okay, what we're gonna do is do what the book tells us. Oh, so there's zeros kind of already on here. So 7,500 miles. Okay. And we're gonna go with 365 days. Or 12 months because it asks for months. 12 months. Perfect. Now it'll stop yelling at me. It won't give me crazy stuff. So normally when you would crank it up over here, it would say service reminder, you know, do whatnot, but now it should be fine. Should not remind me anymore. Although it's mad because the hood is open. But yeah, so now that that's reset, it's not going to tell me I need service. It's not going to do a whole bunch of the other craziness that it normally does. And now I have a proper service interval since I know how to reset it. Again, all of this can be found in your tech manual that comes with your vehicle. If you don't have it, Google will tell you everything. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all.